In the heart of the vast Montana wilderness, there existed a town that had long avoided the gaze of modernity, hidden away from the prying eyes of the bustling world. This town, nameless and secluded, thrived in the simplicity of its existence. The year was 1973, and the tranquility of this peaceful enclave was about to be shattered by a malevolent force that would etch itself into the nightmares of its residents. The first tremors of fear surfaced with the grisly discoveries of mutilated livestock and inexplicable vanishings of beloved pets. Whispers circulated amongst the townsfolk, tales of a creature haunting the moonlit nights and instilling terror in the hearts of those who dared to venture beyond the safety of their homes. A shadowy figure, either man nor beast, prowled the outskirts, leaving behind a trail of dread. As the ominous signs multiplied, the town descended into a state of collective paranoia. Panic spread like wildfire as rumors of the nameless menace took root. The creature, a werewolf by all accounts, seemed to revel in the moon's glow, its haunting howls echoing through the hills, chilling the blood of anyone who heard. Desperation compelled the townspeople to organize search parties, armed with shotguns and torches, determined to confront and eradicate the malevolent force that threatened their way of life. Yet the werewolf proved elusive, cunningly eluding capture and leaving behind only devastation. The climax of the terror arrived when the creature targeted the Johnson family, an isolated farmhouse perched on the outskirts of the nameless town. The townsfolk, gripped by a fervor to end the reign of the werewolf, rallied together and set out to confront the beast. Their journey led them to the desolate cliffs overlooking a deep gorge, a place seemingly chosen by destiny for the final confrontation. In the moonlit darkness, a fierce battle unfolded. The werewolf, ferocious and relentless, fought back against the determined group. Claws clashed with improvised weapons, and the air reverberated with the echoes of savage roars and desperate cries. In a moment of sheer desperation, the townsfolk managed to push the creature off the cliff, sending it plummeting into the abyss below. Unknown to them, the gorge held a macabre secret. At the bottom of the chasm lay a hidden stash of methylendrostenolone, anabolic steroids in the form of used needles carelessly discarded by an unknown entity. The werewolf, weakened and battered from the fall, found itself writhing in the pile of needles, its howls blending with the eerie echoes of the gorge. As the potent steroids seeped into its wounds, an unnatural transformation unfolded. The creature absorbed the substances, and the metamorphosis that followed was both grotesque and terrifying. The werewolf emerged from the pit, its once ferocious form now transformed into a hulking monstrosity, muscles bulging and veins pulsating with an otherworldly strength. The townsfolk, paralyzed with a mix of awe and terror, watched as the creature, now imbued with an unholy power, emerged from the abyss. The moonlit night became a battleground as the roided-out werewolf, driven by an insatiable rage, set its sights on the town. With newfound strength and a voracious appetite for destruction, the creature embarked on a path of relentless attack. The nameless town, once untouched by the chaos of the outside world, now found itself ensnared in the clutches of a nightmare. The werewolf's rampage, fueled by the injected steroids, left a trail of devastation in its wake as it tore through the heart of the community. Homes were shattered, and the once serene streets echoed with the anguished cries of those caught in the path of the roided-out menace. Panic and chaos gripped the town as the werewolf, now an unstoppable force, unleashed its fury upon everything in its way. The once unassuming enclave had become a battleground, a stage for a horrific drama playing out under the moonlit sky. The townsfolk, now fragmented and desperate, struggled to comprehend the magnitude of the horror that had befallen them. The werewolf's attacks grew more calculated and ruthless, as if the creature reveled in the chaos it had unleashed upon the nameless town. Each night brought new terrors, and the residents lived in a perpetual state of fear, uncertain when or where the next onslaught would occur. As the werewolf's reign of terror persisted, the once close-knit community found itself fractured and scattered. Attempts to rally against the creature were met with failure, as the roided-out menace seemed impervious to the feeble attempts of the townsfolk to defend themselves. The town, now a mere shell of its former self, stood as a testament to the relentless onslaught of the monstrous entity that had claimed it as its own. The moonlit nights became a haunting symphony of destruction, with the werewolf's howls echoing through the desolation it had wrought. The once thriving town now stood as a grim reminder of the price paid for tampering with forces beyond comprehension. The roided-out werewolf, a twisted fusion of supernatural terror and human folly, continued its rampage, casting a long and harrowing shadow over the nameless enclave in the Montana wilderness.